I'm Greg Jarboe. We're here on the trade show floor at Search Engine Strategies London. It's day 2. I'm with Andy Atkins-Krueger of WebCertain. And Andy, talk to me about tongue twisters?
Yeah, well, as I was saying to you a little earlier, Greg, WebCertain has a large number of nationalities working for it all together as one sort of big team. And inevitably that means that there are things that happen in different languages. Like the Dutch one is something like Hottentotten tentoonstelling Terentje is a tongue twister in Dutch. And,
no, wait. You're going to have to repeat that because I'm sure
that's not fair.
Oh, okay.
Hottentotten tentoonstelling Terentje is the expression.
But of course, everyone knows that term.
Yeah. Well, anyway, everybody has their own tongue twisters in their own languages. And so we did some videos and we did a WebCertain channel on YouTube purely for tongue twisters. And it was great fun and really entertaining. And you get all of our staff sort of collapsing around their colleagues as they simply cannot complete a tongue twister. And the more that their colleagues laugh, the more impossible it is to actually complete the tongue twister.
Well, let's be serious for a minute and talk a little bit about WebCertain. Talk about some of your services.
Well, WebCertain's basically a multilingual specialist. We specialise in international search, so we're working in paid search, SEO, online PR and web programming. We started out as an SEO company. We've always been multilingual. I was the company's first client. I had a project that was needed to be looked after throughout Europe, and so the company was formed for me. And a few years later, I bought the company and ended up sort of on the other side of the fence. Now,
isn't that the story of the hair club for men or something?
Yeah, I so like the razor, I bought the company. Or something.
Oh, that's right. That's the much better version of this story. Okay. Well, then tell us something then about your exhibit here at Search Engine Strategies. What kind of attendees have you been seeing?
Well, I think the thing with Search Engine Strategies in the exhibition hall particularly is that you always have these waves of people. So we end up having quite a large booth and quite a large number of staff because people go into the sessions and they come out in a wave and you have to cope with this wave of people coming at you. And the waves have been very interesting. What we're doing at the moment is figuring out how we can usefully use our time in between the waves because there's kind of like these gaps. So we're thinking about sort of running poker games or something on the booth and inviting people who are not in the sessions to come and participate. But of course, the poker games will be multilingual, and you'll have to speak several languages to participate.
Now, is Europe more interested in this kind of service, or are the folks globally actually starting to dial into their need to optimize in multiple languages?
Well, we look after, most of our clients are in Europe, but quite a number, and an increasing demand is coming from the US. In particular, and that's why we're sort of starting to take the booth over to the US these days. But we look after people like a Spanish company that wants to target Russians. We look after a company in Thailand that wants to target Vietnam. We look after a US company that wants to start in France and then roll out through 52 countries. And then we take on people that have their site in pretty much worldwide and well-known brands like Xerox, for instance. They keep us interested and occupied.
Well, Andy, let's just end on a tongue twister since we started on tongue twisters. Is there another one other than the Dutch? I couldn't even try to pronounce it. You got another good one?
I can only remember red lorry, yellow lorry in English.
Red lorry, yellow lorry?
Would you like me to get one of my staff to do one in a different language?
I think that we could, yes. Yeah. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. So why don't you do the introductions?
Well, this is Kia, who works on the WebCertain online PR team. She's Finnish, and she's going to do a Finnish tongue twister.
Vesi hiisissä hiisihississä.
Excuse me?
Vesi hiisissä hiisihississä.
Right. But of course, Andy, I think you've proved your point, and this is all on YouTube. You can find this. There you have it. This video, which will also be on YouTube, will probably link to the WebCertain videos of the tongue twisters in various languages, more than one, right?
I think it's 15, 20 on there at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's about 15 languages we got so far.
15 languages. Find them, hunt them down, listen to them, roll on the floor, and remember, if you injure yourself, it was not our fault. Search Engine Strategies London, day 2 of the show. Stay tuned, there's more.